The 2025 Formula One season did not begin with widespread expectations of a title fight involving Red Bull. After a dominant previous era, the competitive landscape had shifted, and early indicators suggested a more difficult campaign. Rivals appeared better prepared, while internal signs pointed to unresolved weaknesses that could limit sustained performance over a long calendar. As the year unfolded, the gap at the front initially grew rather than shrank. Momentum, confidence, and points accumulation favored others, and the championship picture seemed largely settled well before the final rounds. Yet within the Red Bull garage, there was an awareness that the story was not entirely finished, even if the underlying issues were already evident. Max Verstappen ultimately reduced the 104-point deficit to Oscar Piastri, finishing the season as vice-champion after a recovery that few anticipated. The Dutch driver said in Abu Dhabi that he felt better in the press conference room than he had 12 months earlier, despite recognizing that the problems facing the team had been visible since 2024. He explained that those concerns were already apparent during winter testing in Bahrain, when the RB21's weaknesses had not been fully addressed. A turning point only arrived after the mid-season break. Red Bull committed to extending development of the 2025 car longer than most of its competitors, a decision that came at the expense of time allocated to the 2026 project. Team principal Laurent Mekies told the media that this was the only viable option, given the circumstances the team faced at the time. It was very clear to us that we didn't want to just turn the page and hope that 2026 would somehow be good, Mekies said. We needed to understand why we were not performing, because next year we will use the same tools, the same processes and the same methods again, even if the rules are completely different. Mekies acknowledged that time was lost on the 2026 car but insisted the trade-off was justified. He said the team learned critical lessons about methodology, tire understanding, tool correlation, and where performance can realistically be extracted. According to him, the overlap between the two seasons remains significant despite the regulatory reset. The late-season improvement also had an internal impact. Mekies explained that the recovery helped rebuild confidence and strengthen the working atmosphere heading into 2026. He stressed that the goal was not to claim superiority over rivals, but to validate the team's approach and reinforce collective belief. That confidence was particularly important for the technical department led by Pierre Wache. Mekies said seeing tangible performance gains at the end of the season confirmed faith in Red Bull's people, methods, and key performance indicators, calling it the most valuable outcome of the turnaround. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.